What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is Not Another Damn Podcast. Presented by our damn selves. 127, right?
Yes.
I'm just keeping track. Gotta shout out the lovely Jazz, of course.
Girl.
Creator of J-Scope. It's the first fitness belt that covers your entire mix session and provides 100% comfort during your workouts. Black Friday will be here real soon
Yes.
now. We're officially in November now.
Yes. So now for people, you can start blasting your Christmas music. You can start putting up your Christmas tree. It won't be no judgment, but just don't put up that stuff before Halloween. Just tone it down just a little bit. Because I have the sneaky suspicion that that's the reason why it snowed in Chicago. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but people like, oh, we want Christmas. And then we had snow. We had snow on Halloween.
October.
The kids couldn't even trick or treat. They couldn't because people was like, I had one trick or treater come to my house. The kids couldn't trick or treat. It was like 30 degrees. It was snowing. It was freezing out there. So let's stop rushing Christmas. Like, I mean, we have a whole, I say,
back in my day, Christmas officially started Black Friday. The day after Thanksgiving was like today.
And I'll even go a little bit before. I say start in middle of November. You can start getting into the Christmas spirit. I'll say that.
I even give you post Halloween now, like I said.
Middle
after
of November,
Halloween's over,
I say that.
I've been
at the
beginning of November.
At the earliest. But like I say, standard, if you start doing middle of November, that's fine. Because then you get like a whole 6 weeks. Well, really like 8 weeks, because there you go. You're not going to take down your stuff the day after Christmas. You're going to wait till New Year's, and then you'll start taking down all your stuff.
January 2nd is when the stuff really starts coming down. Well, supposed to. Some people never take that stuff down.
Don't have no stuff during Cashmere Pulaski Day. Random holiday. Do they even get that off from school anymore? No. I'll find out.
No idea who Pulaski is to this day.
I'll find out.
Day off of school. I have no idea who that dude is. So.
Free day off.
Had an interesting weekend. Let's go over my weekend.
Okay.
Busy but interesting. Yeah.
We gained an hour of sleep too.
Okay.
That's why I applaud.
Right. Shout out Windy City Bulls. I did that this Friday out in Rockford. So think they did some games in Rockford, the Windy City Bulls.
Nice.
Got to hang out in the press area, press, courtside, and a little locker room. But that's like my first locker room interviews I did.
Oh.
So shout out. I got to interview a couple of Windy City Bulls
fancy,
players.
huh?
Yeah,
You fancy, huh?
It's pretty fun, yeah. It was a new experience.
And then where do they play at?
They typically play at the Sears Center. This time they were out in Rockford at the BMO Harris. Yeah. So,
okay.
Because the exhibition games they had out there. So
okay.
They regular season games they play at Sears Center. I think it's Hoffman Estates.
Yeah, okay. I've seen the signs. Like when I've been driving out. Yeah, I've seen the signs before for it.
And it's right off 90. So
right. I've driven that way before, like for a visit before. And I'm like, there go where the Windy City Bulls play. Cool. Yeah.
So that was how my weekend kicked off, and I had to show love to my Power 192 fam. Shout out Mayha and company. They were at DTLR. I had to pop in for a second. Yeah. I was on the way back from Rockford. I heard Mayha like, we here at DTLR, the grand opening on 55th and the Dan Run, whatever the fuck. And so I just popped in and showed my face. Yeah.
Okay.
Did a little shopping while I was there, too.
It's another DTLR, too, about to open up right there on 87 off of Cottage Grove.
I think they just opened it, or did they open it already?
Cause I saw their signs up. I saw their signs when I was over there at the children's place.
No, I know that area very well. So
yeah, I saw their signs up. Yeah.
I think it's open. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is.
Okay, cool.
So it's my experience this weekend now doing this damn podcast.
I actually had a kind of relaxing weekend because it was a little hectic this week for me, but I got to relax. That's why I applauded getting the extra hour of sleep. I know I'm getting old. It's okay. I accept my age. And
I definitely feel a difference.
I was like, yes, we
feel way more refreshed today than I normally do.
Because I'm looking like, oh, I'm like, this feels good. I'm like, okay.
I forgot about it. That's how out of it I was after my weekend. I woke up and it was like thinking it was an hour later than it was. I'm like, oh man, I got a whole another hour to bum around. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's the best feeling. I know people are like, yeah, I'm going to be out the club an extra hour. I was like, no, I'm going to be in my bed an extra hour.
Yeah, I was already in the crib. No, I'm to the point now where if I'm not booked, I rarely hit the club.
Yeah.
Like that shit don't excite me no more.
Right. I'll go for like a friend's birthday. It has to be a specific event for like a birthday party. I'll go like
Even that, I'm probably not gonna stay.
I'll go for like a birthday
Pop
party.
in and out. I'm the king of the in and out and shit. Yeah.
Even like my
Like
last
the burger,
New,
I'm in and out and shit. Yeah.
even my last New Year's, like we were there literally like 20 minutes when we went out for New Year's. Marcus and I, we was
The
like,
king of the in and
we
out
was like, let's go home. So I mean, you just
I come say, hey, happy birthday, and then I just quietly leave. Oh, you tell you I'm leaving. It's like, what happened to Oz? He's gone. And
you
shit.
do it once around the room type thing, right? And then
Shake
you
hands, take some pics for the gram or whatever, and then I'm out.
maybe get a water and then you're out.
I probably don't even get shit. Shit. I'm literally in and out and shit. That's just, so if you invite me, that's probably what's going to happen. Yeah.
Growth.
Nothing personal. So where should we start? Where should we start? Do you want to start with the huge announcement?
What's the huge announcement?
It's back officially
Oh
today.
God! Oh, not that crap!
Woo!
Not that crap! I saw
You
it.
know what I'm talking about. The
Negro-
Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Negro Tuesday.
My soul is back.
Negro Tuesday / Sunday or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the sandwich came back officially November 3rd.
Which is when we're recording this.
Mm-hmm. Which
I haven't
sneaky
passed the
suspicion.
Popeyes yet. I'm gonna pass some when I leave out of here.
I think I am
wanna-
too. Yeah,
wanna
because I gotta
see
make
if
a run.
if they're lined up and shit. I want to check the
Which I had a
drive-thru
sneaky
and shit.
suspicion that they have been holding these sandwiches for a while because it's like it took you what
Not only that, but
6
like,
weeks to get this sandwich back.
how do you run out of a fucking sandwich? It's like it doesn't take that long to manufacture. It's gonna say we're gonna sit on them and like see, let's let it build, let the anticipation build a little bit.
But it's like if you think about it, it's like you may have missed your window because sometimes if you like try to like, yeah, I want y'all to want this. I'm gonna have y'all waiting. And then you miss your window and then people have moved on because now holiday, like we said, holiday season started. People are focusing on, what I'm gonna get for Christmas and what I'm gonna do this and that and, end of the year, end of a decade. Is
And a lot of people
ending,
might have
actually,
just
now.
forgot about it.
Yeah,
It's like,
people,
yeah.
yeah.
Like,
The
oh, I
attention
forgot all
spans
about
are short.
that shit. Yeah, like stuff moves
Today,
fast now. It's not like back in the day. Like this is why like music moves so fast now. It's like you can't wait like 3-4 years in between albums now.
And movies
You gotta
move
get that
fast.
shit out.
Like if
yeah.
a movie comes out in April, it'll already be on digital release by October.
Lion King's already on digital release.
Thank you,
That
yeah.
came out in July, whatever.
Yeah, and it's ready on digital
It's in the
release.
fucking red box. I saw it last night. I
Yeah.
saw it in there.
Cause like a couple weeks back. Yeah, available digital release Tuesday.
Hobbs and Shaw and shit is
I was
really
like, oh,
digital
okay.
now. Yeah, and it seems like that just came out.
Right.
Shit.
So stuff moves very fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I said, it even be like on Netflix. And Netflix is like the last one that it goes to. Like stuff would be
Mm-hmm.
on Netflix. I forgot what movie I was scrolling across it. I saw it. I was like, oh, this is on Netflix already? I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
It was something that came out earlier this year. I was like, wow, this made it to Netflix already? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Stuff moves fast. Like I said,
So-
always look at music. You can't sit and like between like you can't be like Michael Jackson released Thriller in '83 and then Bad and was like '87. You
Yeah,
can't do that
you
now.
can't do
People will
that.
forget about you. But it's like, even an artist of his caliber, people have moved on and shit. That's too much time. It's like nowadays you gotta
Right,
that
I
shit
say
out.
I say 2 years top.
tops. Yeah, that's stretching it.
And then you throw out teasers like you still make appearances. Like you might be like on, let's say you're on the Migos track or you're on the Cardi B track on somebody who's popular. You're on Lizzo's track. You're on what's that girl, Megan Thee Stallion.
Or
You're
you
on
put out
somebody
a song
that's
on a
track.
soundtrack, hot soundtrack.
Right.
Yeah, you have a song on there and shit like that in between albums. Yeah.
Right, you do that
Pop
to
on the
like
soundtrack,
so
yeah.
people can know that. Oh, okay, you still here. But if you try to wait 5 years, then people gonna be like, "What? you gonna get left in the dust."
Not nowadays.
But I mean,
Not like when we grew up, where you could do that.
I hope
shit.
my prediction is correct because I said by Halloween, I said no one's gonna even care about this by Halloween,
We'll
and I
find
hope
out.
my prediction is correct
Well, if you're listening, you already know. Like if people still care about the sandwich,
because I'm gonna be laughing my ass off if it was acting a fool over a sandwich. I mean, it's one thing to like want to eat the sandwich, but just going crazy over.
I don't even know how it became a thing. I think was it because of the petty party on fucking Instagram. I think?
It was because of the Twitter beef
the
between.
petty. I said the petty
Yeah,
party.
that. It was because of that. Because they was like, Chick-fil-A was like, we're the original chicken sandwich. And then Papa was like, oh, you scared? You scared over there? And then people
But
like, ooh.
Chick-fil-A kind of started it, okay.
They were like, ooh.
That's why Popeyes was petty when they came back this time.
Yeah.
Because our chicken sandwiches coming back on Sunday. Chick-fil-A closed on
Right.
Sunday, so they still being petty.
And
But
we're open on Sundays.
yeah, so you can get our sandwich on Sunday. That's why they did it on purpose on a Sunday.
And then Chick-fil-A was petty, like when they were out of sandwiches all the time. They showed the picture, and then they was like, yeah, like, we still have chicken sandwiches. I still say Wendy's is the best. Wendy's is the pettiest person. Because whoever run their social media, they're hilarious. But we'll see what happens with the craze of the chicken sandwich.
If people still care, well, we'll know.
And then where I want to go next is like connecting with the whole chicken sandwich because
Where I forgot to
Where
shout out
Canberra-
KFC and shit. Like they got in on the clown show with their fucking
with the
donut
Krispy
sandwich.
Kreme
Yeah.
donut.
And where that idea originally came from was the Boondocks. Yeah, the
and we
Addis
see where this is
episode.
going.
Yeah.
And then,
But at Granddad's store, ironically,
Yeah.
his restaurant, yeah.
and as we know, we lost
Granddad is no longer.
John
we
Witherspoon
lost
this
the
week.
77 years old.
Yes.
Died in his home.
Yeah. In Sherman Oaks, yeah. So they said he was with family.
Yeah.
So, and the family is just asking to please be respectful of their privacy and everything. And I did see some nice tributes, that Ice Cube gave.
Ice Cube, Regina King,
Marlon Wayans.
Jay Farrow had a nice one.
Because they all had like such a connection and like Swoon to me, and I know that you'll agree, like Feast, our brother, like he always said, like even back in the 90s, Feast was like John Witherspoon
25
should
years ago,
be. He's like
he said
John
he
Witherspoon should be in every movie.
That's why you posted my tribute I did on my breakfast. No, not the breakfast. I was on the Rockford station after breakfast show when I do my little hip hop report. And the movie I mentioned, I was like in Sprung, like one of my favorite. So we didn't plan that shit. I talked about that. Was it Friday? It had to be on Friday show when I mentioned that. About that, and I said because I mentioned several of his movies. People have been posting Boomerang, like got a coordinator, and then Winky Dinky Dog. He owned that shit.
Dog, yeah.
And Hoes Got to Eat Too was one of his famous lines from that movie. So you got quotable, and of course Bang Bang Bang.
Bang,
Like
bang, bang,
I
bang.
think the first time I saw him do that was Boomerang, and then I mentioned Talking Dirty After Dark. That was trash. I mentioned that on Mike Love's fucking live for the mixtape when I popped in.
Wasn't that Martin Talking Dirty After Dark?
Yeah, Martin.
Yeah.
This is prime Martin too. Def Jam Martin. It's like one of the worst movies of all
It
time.
was.
Yes.
Like it was Myra J. Was she in it?
Was she in that? I'm not sure. It was a bunch of
It
comics.
was just a bunch of
Joe
comics. I remember,
Torre,
yeah.
Eddie Griffin. There's a bunch of comics in it.
It was
Debo
awful.
was in the fucking shit.
It was
It's
awful.
yeah,
It was awful
one of the worst
movie.
movies of all time. But John Witherspoon was in that shit.
And
It was
John
terrible.
Witherspoon,
I think he did the Bang Bang shit in that movie.
And
too.
much like another legend comic who passed away years ago, Bernie Mac, like I've said that about him and Bernie, like even if a movie or project is trash, those two could just steal a scene and their scene would be
I'm
memorable.
not positive. I think the Bang Bang came from that. I think that was before Boomerang.
Bang, bang,
Most people remember it from Boomerang, yeah. Instead of being pussy whip, time to whip it. Flip it, whip that pussy, bang,
Pussy,
bang. So
bang,
he said,
bang,
it.
bang,
I think
bang.
he did it in a fucking terrible movie before that. Because that came out the year before in 91.
But you said my favorite.
Oh, yeah. But,
that was my favorite one.
Number 5, grab your dick and your balls to say the line. Girl, you know you want these nuts is the line. And my favorite part of that was in a circular motion. He was fucking with Joe Torre and shit, yeah. Because he wouldn't grab himself the right way and shit, yeah.
Because when me and Marcus were just talking about just quotables from John Witherspoon.
And Circular Motion was the one I mentioned.
I was like, that was him in Sprague. So then that's why I went and I found it and I posted the video. Because I was like, a lot of people may have forgot about that one.
That movie was terrible
That
also.
movie was terrible, but that part was hilarious.
Especially
John
Rusty
Witherspoon.
Cundy was awful.
Oh, God. Girl, I know you.
If y'all don't know what Sprung is, it's an awful movie starring Tisha Campbell, Rusty Cundy,
Paula
Joe
J.
Torre, and
Parker.
Paula J. Parker.
And John Witherspoon was in for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and his part was hilarious.
Yeah, he had like maybe 4 lines in the movie, but everybody remembers that scene. No?
Girl, I know you wet these nuts.
Yeah, that was.
Shabu.
Because Joe Torre was in the line of accused of like sexually assaulting Paula J. Parker's character.
Because she was mad at him or whatever.
Because he lied about
having money.
She was really
Yeah.
broke and he had got some booty, so she set him up and shit.
Yeah.
And then a circular motion.
Wait, he grabbed himself.
Yeah.
No, it was
Like he was
doing
pleasuring
something with
himself. Yeah.
So in a circular motion, grab on your dicks or your balls, and I'm gonna get number 4 to help you. He'll help you.
Number 4 was very gay.
Number 4 was
openly
gay.
gay.
I'll get number 4 to
Flaming,
help you.
2 words, flaming, you know what? It's number 4. So I'm not saying here.
Number 4, take your ass back, way back. When you don't take your ass. But John Witherspoon was hilarious in that. And then another one people forget about, Vampire in Brooklyn.
I
He the
forgot about
Vampire in
that shit,
Brooklyn. When he was saying that he was a wolf, he was like, yeah, this wolf.
Yeah.
But he
The
just
one
had
a lot
some
of people,
quotables.
like, the old heads, the ones that they were going with the Hollywood Shuffle. A lot of people forgot.
Yeah, Winky Dinky Dog.
He owned Winky Dinky Dog. It was his restaurant.
Dinky Dog.
Yeah, that was his spot and shit. And Keenan was like the manager and shit. And then like they had like the fat dude was there, like,
Oh, yeah.
from House Party.
House
the one,
Party.
fix me some of that Big Gregory.
Yeah, and then the one
fat
that
dude.
when Mario was like, he ran when he was in the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fat dude from
Fat
House
guy.
Party. Yeah, well, Shireen's uncle
Uncle
or something
or
like that.
whatever,
Yeah,
yeah.
he lived in a project with Shireen. He told Peanut to fix him some of that Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory.
Yeah, yeah. He was worked at Winky Dinky Dog, and then Robert Towns' character worked there. And he was like had dreams of like
Aspirations
acting.
of acting.
But
yeah.
all of them were like, Lou was just like, no, this is where you gonna
This is
be.
where
Like
it's
every
at.
one of them,
This
like
is-
Spoon and Keenan and the fat dude, they were like,
this
nah,
is it.
this is it, man. Yeah,
This is top of the line right here.
acting stuff, forget about that. Yeah, this is where we gonna be. Like they were like some
We
losers.
don't-
Like they all hating on his
don't.
dreams and shit. But
But that was hilarious. And then of course Pops and
Wayans
the
brothers.
Wayans brother. My favorite episode of the Wayans brother when Sean dressed up like Pops.
Oh yeah, and he said, I don't look like that. I'm sexy.
sexy.
Another quotable line.
Why he look exactly like him?
Take my belt. Yeah.
Take off my belt. But John Witherspoon just
Of course,
too many
like all the
quotables.
Friday movies, yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of dudes about 30, 40, 35, 45
45
minutes, yeah. We funked up the bathroom. Yeah.
I heard you got a big snake situation. See, we could just quote John Witherspoon
Yeah.
all day.
He was like trying to get Craig out of the house and shit. 'Cause, like,
Yeah.
for this, I think it was next Friday. He's like, yeah, walk around, me and your mama want to walk around naked.
The big old booty.
That's why Craig went.
Whisper was
Yeah, that's why
involved,
Craig went to go stay with Day Day. It's like, yeah, like you're a grown man. You don't need to be living with us no more. Because at that age, like you want to walk around naked.
Yeah.
It's like, so get your
I
ass
look
out
forward
of
to
here.
being an empty nester when my kids get out because
There
I
you
know
go,
that I
yeah.
don't want Khalil hanging around. He's like 24 in our
Exactly.
house. He's going to have to get out.
And that's what in Friday, because like
Yeah.
his sister, she's away at college. Like, why are you still
Why
here?
are you
Craig?
here?
It's like, go stay
You got
with your
fired on
cousin.
your day off.
Exactly, yeah. That's why they sit him live with Day Day, because they got tired of him being in the house.
And I think that was Ricard played a perfect compliment to him, Don D.C. Curry, because they even looked alike a little
Slap
bit.
your mama. Yeah.
They even looked alike a little bit, him and John Witherspoon. Just the way they played off each other. They really did feel like they were brothers. So I think that was a really good match for them. And then, of course, like we said, the Boomerang, the coordinate. Like, look up the, like, watch Boomerang, the whole coordinate. The mushroom bill and the mushroom jacket. And
And going back to your Bernie Mac comparison, like the dinner scene from Boomerang was just as memorable of the dinner scene from House
House
Party
Party
3.
3, yeah.
It's like, so those were like two like dinner scenes were like just hilarious. Watch those side by side.
Was any of it scripted? Like, was
Just a
any of
bunch of
that,
comedians
was any of that
talking shit,
scripted? That's just what I
It was
wanna
like
know.
there's like a bunch of comedians and fucking Halle Berry was the Boomerang, and a bunch of comedians and Kid was the fucking
Kid,
House
right.
Party. They just going
Just
at
going
it
at it.
with Jawbone and shit. Was like Simply Marvelous with Jawbone.
Like
And,
Jumbo.
And just talk about my hoe. I mean, my wife. Yeah, Ronaldo Red.
Yeah.
This is a bunch of comics and
going
fucking
at
Kid and shit going at it. And Felicia was like, yeah, people don't realize that Kids, like you might have found out about this today ago too. Kid's fiance,
Was
like
Felicia.
A lot of
I
people
remember,
do not
yeah.
know that
I
shit.
found
yeah.
out maybe about 10 years ago. So I was like late finding out. People was like, yeah, that's her. She just
Same.
was cleaned up.
People
yeah.
just didn't realize that was the same girl because she looked much better in the House
Right.
Party movie.
Of
She
course
wasn't
they-
a crackhead.
Of course, they had to dress her down. But even like through the crack stuff, mom even said, Mom's like, that girl is real pretty. You could tell even like with the cracked out that
So
she
you want
was
to
a
see what
very
Felicia
pretty
looks
girl.
like not cracked out? Watch House Party 3. She plays Kid's fiance in that.
Nice.
So that's hi Felicia instead of bye Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
There you go. Yeah.
But Spoon, we going to miss it. And then, like I said, of course, the Boondocks are supposed to be getting their reboot. So it's like,
I wonder how much have they filmed? Like, because it
Yeah.
would suck. I would hate for them to have to recast. Like, I don't want another actor to play Granddad.
no, I can't.
They might just have to kill him off of there. Like, have him, and that could be a emotional episode with like Huey and Riley like grieving
Losing
Granddad's
their
death,
grandfather.
yeah.
Because that is a very real thing. Because if you are being raised by grandparents are older. So they could suddenly pass away. And,
Yeah, it's like that. They could win an Emmy if they would do that episode
Yeah,
right.
if they do it
Like,
right, yeah.
The two of them dealing with that, yeah.
grief, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I would go on.
And like, and okay, Aaron, good. If you do this, like, I want my coins.
Let's
and
tag
then,
Aaron Magruder.
Let's tag him in this. And then, like, because, you know, Riley, like we always say, Riley's a clown. Huey is woke. So then Riley talking about, like, the mental illness is bullshit. He's like, black people, we don't need therapy. And, you know, he just go off on, like, because, like, Huey, like, we need therapy. Because, you know, you get the 5 stages of grief, you know, of depression. You get that when you lose a loved one. And Riley's saying that it's bullshit. I think that would work. And him saying that, that, you know, we black, we don't go to therapy.
Kind of
That's
becoming
white
like
people shit.
the
He could do
poster
that.
child for like mental health nowadays for like young black folks, at least now, it's like Charlemagne. So
Yeah.
Charlemagne said he wants to appear on the Boondocks. There's his way.
He could
make
be
a
a
cameo
therapist.
or even a therapist. I'm saying
He could be the therapist.
There it is. Like
That'd be
Charlemagne could
brilliant.
be in
So if this happens, remember where you heard it
there.
first.
Tagging Charlemagne too much at that. Charlemagne and Aaron Magruder.
Where does our coins? See, I should go back to my first passion because I used to write back in the day. So I need to go back to my real write. I need to go back to my passion and write. I need to do that. So holler at me, you know, Aaron. Holler at me, Charlemagne. Tagging y'all in this. But rest in peace to Mr. John Witherspoon.
The bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang.
The itis. Yeah. Like 4 great lines, man.
You can't be replaced. Just the energy and just the quotables and the laughs that you gave us over the years. Too bad I never got to see him live perform. I never got to see his stand up. Yeah.
I don't think
he came here a couple of times.
He's been here many times.
Like recently, I'm saying like recently,
Yeah.
like when I was like old enough to really like enjoy,
Yeah.
like he's been here recently or whatever. But yeah, I know my girl Chrissy, shout out Chrissy, because she was like so glad I got to see him last year or a year before last, because she did get to see him. Yeah. So.
I don't remember. I've seen so many comics, so if I don't remember. I'm trying to think. Like, maybe I don't remember though. It was years ago. If I did, I just don't remember.
Bang, 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 bang. So, going from a little bit of a tribute to something that made me smile that I saw. I smiled when I saw this video. Did you see the video that Will Smith posted?
Will Smith posts a lot of videos.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me be more specific. Not Pacific. Let me be more specific. Okay. So Will Smith, in the video, basically, I saw the first thing I saw was a still photograph, and it had Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, and Wesley Snipes.
Okay.
And I saw the picture. I was like, I was like, that's just black excellence dripping right there. That's like, you know,
Black Hollywood.
Black Hollywood royalty right there.
We grew up on there, all of those guys.
Right, you got Axel Foley, you got Blade, you got Big Mama, and you got the Fresh Prince. I mean, I was like, this is a dope picture. And I was like, I wanted to see
Nino Brown,
yes.
Iconic characters, all of them played.
So I mean, I just wanted to kind of go and know what was behind the photograph, and then I actually saw the video of what led to the photograph, and basically,
I'm about to say, don't tell me that Wesley and Eddie are in Bad Boys. That would be awesome.
No, but this is what happened. Wesley and Eddie are in Coming to America, the sequel.
Yep. And of course, Martin
and Will are in Bad Boys 3.
Which they finished already, I believe. Yeah.
Which happened.
I think Coming to America is still filming.
Which happened to, in this video, what was going on is, it so happened that both of those movies are filming at Tyler Perry's studio.
I saw that, yeah. I didn't see the video.
And they were filming right by it. And when Will found out that, they're here, he was like, Eddie, and he called him out like, Eddie, no, you come out here, Eddie. Mm-hmm. And he called Eddie out, and then Eddie and Wesley came, and then the cast of Coming to America came out. You saw Tracy Morgan, you saw Shari Headley, and it just became like just a big love fest because you just saw this melanin popping and. Like, I would not have been able to handle it. If I was like a stage hair or something, I would just be like, I probably would have got fired because, you know, that was a moment that, okay, like, this is a great moment to see. Like, we're over here at this studio that this black man owns that's bigger than Paramount, Disney, Columbia. What was the other one? It's like, I think those 3. It's bigger than all those 3 combined. Tyler Perry studio is huge. And then you have these iconic movies filming there. You have
Black Panther was filmed there.
Black Panther.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah. So you have these iconic characters, these iconic actors and characters being there. So it was just a cool moment to see that happen, to see like, like, yeah, it's still a ways that we need to go for diversity. We know that Hollywood lacks diversity. We know this. And we know some things about what's going on there. But seeing us carve our own path and seeing that, it
and
gives
he did
hope
just being unapologetically black, too.
He
like
never
Tyler
changed
Perry
who he was.
never cooned or nothing. Like,
Yeah, he was
never,
like, I'm Madea. This is it. Madea.
I make my movie for black people, black women in particular. This is who I'm.
Our mom.
Yeah, she loves
Our mom's
Tyler
genre.
and supports everything he's in. Yeah.
Because like mom went to like his place in the Regal. Like her first place she went to was in '98.
Yeah, she was going to Tyler Perry
At the
before
Regal.
like he was famous.
Over 20 years ago.
As soon as he walked out as Madea, she was like, "That's a man."
That's a man because he's like 6'5", so he's a very large man. So, but he never apologized for who he was. He never did that, and he never was like, okay, well maybe Madea needs to be more Caucasian friendly. He's like, no, Madea is your we have family members and we know that are Madea-ish. Everybody knows somebody. Everybody knows
family,
Madea.
you got a Madea.
Everybody got Madea, whether it's a mother, an aunt, a grandmother,
grandma, big mama, whatever.
a sister. Even if your sister's like Madea, everybody has a Madea in their family. Everybody does. So
shout out Deborah.
Yeah.
On your side of the
On my side of the family, Madea. So, I mean, we get that. And we get the love that Madea has. So, we understand that because even a person who loved black movies, Roger Ebert was like, he just didn't get the whole Madea thing.
He didn't get the character.
He didn't get it because he was like, I like the stuff with
I like
Kimberly
Tyler
Elise.
Perry stuff, but I don't get Madea.
He's like, I don't like Madea.
Roger
He was like,
Ebert
Madea
didn't
was
get
too over the
character.
top. He was like, she was too much. And we was like, he probably never saw the plays, because if you saw the plays, then you would get why in the movie Madea, hello, and you know how she's just was like real over the top. Like you would get that because in the play, you saw her like shoot people. She always had her gun, and that was who she was. So, but just a real cool moment to see that black excellence just dripping on the screen. I was like, yeah. So now I'm ready for, I just hope they don't botch Coming to America, the sequel. I hope they don't botch it.
Yeah, I hope they get it right because this is like 30 years in the making.
And they return, like they said, the whole character, everybody's coming back.
Pretty much they brought everybody back, except for like the late great Miss Madison Claire. She's no longer with us, but like most of the main cast, they brought them back.
Because even Vanessa Bell Calories in it.
Yeah, they brought her. Is Eric LaSalle in it? I wonder. I'd find a way to get
I didn't
Daryl.
see his name.
I know he might not even be acting anymore. I know he's
Directing.
more like off camera.
Yeah, he's directing.
I'm gonna try to get him to get one scene. Just the Prince of Soul goal. You could have him be like, I tell you, like he'd be perfect to have him like
with the man weave.
Because they invented they invented the hair weave. Remember they had at the
party,
engagement
at the
party,
engagement party,
quote
right.
unquote. It's like when he was talking to they were talking about the new Sogo, the hair weave. So they invented the hair weave. So like that's how Daryl made his billions. Yeah, he invented the bundles.
Yeah.
So now you can have him like he's a billionaire now because he invented the hair weave. You can have like that's how I write the character.
And then show man weave too in it, just for shit.
Of course, like that's his new thing. Now,
man weave.
Shout out R. Kelly.
No shade. I'm not shading man weave, but bald is beautiful. I mean, you'll agree.
Absolutely, yeah.
Bald can be beautiful.
Not gonna see that here. None of that here.
Man weave.
But all of a sudden, they had braids again. Like by the end, by New Year's.
Or if you had like a full
by
like
New Year's,
the taper, you got the taper mohawk. If you had one of those, I'd be like,
if I have a taper mohawk, you know I'm ridiculous. But tying in with the whole Tyler Perry and the black excellence and like black owned, you saw the whole the Byron Allen story. Have you been following that?
I have been following it.
Yeah, because Byron Allen, he got guys a suit against Comcast,
yes,
which I'm glad I would no longer support them. They're saying that they discriminate against black owned.
They're trying to revoke the Civil Rights Act.
Well, if y'all, a lot of people don't know about Byron Allen. Like people know he was a comedian back then, but like dude has quietly become like a mogul. Like he's like a billionaire. He owns the Weather Channel among several other channels. Like dude, like quietly, like became a billionaire.
Real G's
and like
moving
who knew? Like this dude Byron Allen been making money moves like behind the scenes for years. No,
he's not Instagram with the holding the money phone to his ear. He's not Instagram.
He's just been buying networks is what he's been doing. So one of them is the Weather Channel. Yes, a black man owns the Weather Channel.
Yes.
For those that don't know.
Black man, get your money.
And he was on the Breakfast Club talking about this, and that's how like now the story is getting out there because it's been like since about July, I think is when like
it's
this
been
in
kind
courts,
of yeah.
But then he was on the Breakfast Club early this week, shout out, and then that's when the story. Now people are starting to know more about this. Yeah. So we're gonna keep an eye on that and see because, like I said, I've been Comcast free since 2016. So hey,
I cut the cord. I still got internet through them because like they're the fastest internet. But I mean, if we can find
something else,
they gone too. We cut our cord. We don't have cable no more.
Yeah,
we cut
Comcast
that cord.
free. I don't have anything since
So guys,
2016.
shout out to me. Give me some recommendations if you know some fast quality internet.
I'll do some research and see.
Yeah, because if I can cut them completely. I wish this was a video podcast.
Video coming soon.
Because I know
by soon, I mean I don't know when. I just lied, but saying soon.
Black people.
Soon, I mean eventually. That's what I mean.
You know how we do,
soon,
black
it'll
people.
be like a year or two from now. Coming soon, video.
Like Detox.
Exactly, like Detox. Like Jesus the King finally came out. I thought that album was never gonna come out.
4 years late.
That album was supposed to come out like last summer and shit. So it's like a whole fucking year and shit. Well, Kanye waited on that. Because Kanye is like a perfectionist. That's why, like, he said he was still like tweaking the album like probably the day of.
Yeah, because it was
supposed to come out at
day.
noon, and then probably like that morning he was
probably
still like making
5
tweaks to it.
He's
and
like,
shit.
no, this has to.
Yeah, bring the drums up on that one. Yeah, that's hot right there.
And then
turn the bass up a little bit there. Like
Kanye
he's
door. What's up with Kanye? Since we open up this door for Kanye, let's go there. Kanye was talking about how Democrats have brainwashed black people. Like, and my thing about Kanye is that, and we've said this before on the podcast.
I'll get what he was saying. I'm gonna let you go first.
I was gonna go there. I like this is my thing about Mr. West. We always say that we feel like Mr. West just doesn't know how to eloquently speak. He has a point that he's trying to get out, but then the way that he just speaks it and just says whatever just comes out of his mouth, it just comes out very much like
Kanye. He
knows
what
that?
He wants to say. Just
what the hell?
When he says this shit is like, huh?
Like slavery was a choice. It's like that did not come out right.
What he meant was not all black folks just accepted slavery. Whereas like your Nat Turners, your Harriet Tubmans, Frederick Douglass. That even back then they were like,
you had people
that's
who
what he meant to say,
back.
but he said it was a choice. It's like, no, it wasn't black.
It makes it come in like, yes, lock me up. It makes it seem like that.
I do like being a slave.
Right.
Like that's not what he was trying to say, but the way he said it was all fucked up though.
So my thing is, does Kanye need like a speech? Like, does he need someone to help him, to have him like sit down and to like, what point do you want to get across? And then this is what you mean. This is what you say, but this is what you mean. And let's articulate that. Let's articulate that a little bit better, Mr. West, because you making us look bad over here, Chicago. You making it.
It's Chicago.
And then CPS. He was CPS. You're making us look bad over here. We were CPS education, but you're making us look bad over here.
Shout out Robert A. Black and Kenwood for me.
Chaz for Robert A. Black and Chaz. Chaz. But you're making us look bad over here, Mr. West. So, I mean, what were you gonna say? You said that you feel like what he
with
was
the whole
say.
Democratic thing. I get what he was saying. Like I said, what he says is all fucked up. How like black people tend to just blindly support the Democratic Party and like
which they do. I agree
like,
with that.
And all of our lives, the last like we even go back before we were born. I say in the last 50 years, what has the Democratic Party really done for black folks?
Let's Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately? Let's Janet Jackson.
But the narrative out there is that the Democratic Party is for blacks, but like, what have they really done for blacks? Like, I can't name shit. It's like
the thing that I saw on our cousin Melanie's page. Let's not forget the right wing and the left wing are on the same bird.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day,
they're both on that bald eagle
they
known
on
as
that
America.
Same bird,
I take it a step further. On that bald eagle known as
they
America.
On that same bird. So consciously use your mind. And
like I said, I've been independent since 2004.
Thank you.
So I haven't been. I was brainwashed until then. I guess I've been off the Democratic Party since then. Like,
and I've been independent since like the last elections.
Yeah,
the last two
That's
elections.
what the Bush-Kerry election is when I decided. You know what? I'm not just gonna like just click Democrat. I'm gonna listen to what these motherfuckers are talking about, and I registered as an independent too.
And then especially I said in my situation, it's like looking at what. Like I have a family to think about. So like, what are you really trying to convey. Like, I'm really looking at the full scope of the issues, not just click, 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 click. No. Like, what are you trying to do? But when you don't think for yourself and you just want to be part of a crew, part of a clique, that's what happens when you just, I'm down. I'm down with this, even though, like, the group that you may be supporting may be
might not be in your
opposite.
best interest. Might not be in your best interest.
And you saw that happen when people voted against their best interest, like when people voted Republican and their benefits got cut off. And then they were looking like, my benefits got cut off.
Because typically it's not across the board, but typically Republican Party is for a smaller government.
Right.
So if you're getting government assistance, you might lose that shit.
You.
It's like that's like so you might lose it and shit. Like because like therefore like we want less government. The Democrats are more like it's like they want to take care of more people. So but that money got to come from somewhere. So like taxes go up. So Republican Party typically is more like smaller taxes, smaller government.
And not me getting too political, but I say I'm somewhere in the middle because it's like it is people that do need assistance. But the thing about assistance, I feel, is that it should be a stepping stone. It should help to rise you so you can ascend and be great.
Like you take care of people when they like are having a rough patch.
Because everybody hits a rough patch. Don't try to act like, unless you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, don't try to act like you never had to get help from somewhere. Because everybody needs help.
It might not be government assistance, but you got help from somebody.
You got help.
Parent, GoFundMe, like you got help from something. It's
like, I thank God for both of our moms, like my mom and my mother-in-law, because they've been very helpful in.
And my mom has helped me, of course.
Yeah, in our situation, with our kids and stuff, just helping us, with. It takes a village to raise a child. It does. They've been very helpful with that.
Hell, me and you and shit. Like, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at if we didn't live together all those years. Like, it was like, well, how long was it? I lost count.
8 years.
8 years and shit. Yeah, it's like because before the 8 years and after the 8 years, a lot happened in that time. So, like, it helped me like get on my feet the way I wanted to. Yeah,
to balance
before that, I was super struggling. So like, we leaned on each other.
We leaned on each other. Yeah.
So like, we helped each other out during that time. And that was your first apartment, so like if you're on your own, who knows like how things would have been.
And I was young too. I was still like in my early 20s. I was young, so I mean, think about how young. Yeah, think about how young that is. I was working 2 jobs, just trying to make it happen.
Yeah, why'd you have done that by yourself? Like,
oh my
who knows how things would have turned out?
I would have had to move with some guy.
Or might have had an eviction at some point.
Like I had to move in with some guy, which is something I just did not want to do.
Some guy, or end up coming back to mom and his house. Yeah,
exactly.
You couldn't make it, so move back in with mom.
And that was what I just never wanted to do. I never wanted to have to go back.
I wanted to when I left, it was for good. That's how I always looked at it. Like, sure, like I could go back, but to me, like in my mind, the way my mind works is like that don't exist no more. I don't have that option in my mind. Like, so when I leave.
And we didn't leave like in a haughty way. Like, I ain't like I'm leaving. I'm never coming. I never left like that.
I want to stand on my own 2 feet. That's all
it wasn't nothing haughty. Yeah, I just felt like I'm an adult. I'm working 2 jobs. I bought my car.
I shouldn't have to like live with my mommy. I'd be like 30-some years old. Like, nah. Fuck that.
I mean, I just didn't want to. And like we always say, I love my mom, but mom is nosy. Sorry, mama. I love my mama, but she's nosy. I'm sorry.
And I'm not going to say what I want to say. So other relatives, like, I'm not them and shit, and I'll leave it at that. I don't want to throw nobody under the bus.
She was nosy.
You know what I'm fucking
I know what you said. She was nosy. And in my 20s, I don't go out now, obviously, but in my 20s, I still had a social life. So if I want to go out and stay out till 3, 4 in the morning and have to go to work at 7, then...
I want to sleep with the fucking TV on all night.
Right. It's like, you can't do stuff like that when you live with your parents. Like, people, well, you doing this? No, I'm grown. Like, no, leave me alone. I'm grown. But.
Well, that's 87 cents worth of electricity. Turn that TV off, boy.
Julie.
Like yeah. I'm a grown man if I want to leave a
Turn
TV
off lights as soon as you walk out the room.
Yeah.
Like, me leaving on a light extra 10 minutes is not going to make the light bill go up. It's just not.
Or the water faucet, if I leave the faucet running, like if I just want to go grab the towel and then come back, if you turn it off and then turn it back on during the 20 seconds it'll take to go grab a towel.
Hashtag Team Petty.
That 20 seconds is going to run up your water bill somehow. Fuck out of here. I'm fired up.
Running out my good electricity. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, how do we get here?
I know. So let me just go around and some new things that have been happening. I don't know if you've got a chance of a big premiere happened on November 1st, available streaming on Netflix.
Is that the Harriet Tubman? I know that.
No, the Harriet Tubman movie came out.
I know that came. It's not on Netflix. Then I think about it.
Yeah, it came out. But the thing that's streaming on Netflix. Well, before I even get to this, it's some new stuff available on Netflix. Love Jones is now on Netflix. Yay! And I watched it the other day because I love Love Jones.
Even though your first time,
my first
Love
experience
Jones
wasn't very
trash,
good. Yeah. I had to watch it separately away from that, and I talked about that story on the podcast.
Yeah, that's a previous
before.
episode. Go to the archives and find out why Naima hated Love Jones the first time she saw it.
Yeah. But available streaming on Netflix starting November 1st is a movie, American Son. Mm-hmm. And it's based on the Broadway play. It stars Kerry Washington, Stephen Pasquale, I forgot the other people's name in it, but basically it takes place in a police station in Florida. And Kerry Washington's character and Stephen, they're an estranged couple, interracial. They're an estranged couple, and their son is missing. Their son, who just turned 18, he's missing. He didn't come home. And they're trying to figure out what happened to him. And in the trailer, you can see her saying that, his car, it's been reported that his car was indicating a police stop. But where is my son? And everybody just keeps on jerking her around and not giving them answers. Cause she's there first by herself. And then, as a mom, okay, Kerry Washington, she plays this character so well. Cause we've seen her on Scandal and other things, but she plays the character so well that I'm composed. I'm very well educated and this and that, but you messing with my child. Now this is, I'm going to get here. I'm going to go. Rolling. The black is going to come out of me. The black mama going to come out of me. And then even in the trailer and then in the movie, it's the police officer said this because he was like, she went ghetto in 30 seconds or whatever, he was talking about her, because when she was going off on the officer. And then when her white husband comes, then he doesn't know that he's her husband at first. And then the guy starts talking to him and starts giving up information that he wasn't going to give her. And then when he walks over to her, he's like, where's our son? And then that's when he puts it together it's your son, you guys' son that's missing. But I advise anybody to watch the movie. It's kind of a hard watch because it's about racial tensions that are going on. And it's not based on a true story, because I looked it up. I was like, is this a true story? Is this a true? It's not a true story, but it is about what we face, and especially me having a young black son. It's one day I'm going to have the conversation with my son about how to appropriately act so you can come home. If you are stopped by police, these are the steps that you need to take so I can make sure that you come home to me alive. So this is the scary conversations that we have to have and that we think about that when you're living. And it touched on that too, because the father, with him being white, he just didn't see it like that. He's just but she's he can't wear your privilege because he's half black. Yeah. And you can see that you can see his blackness. You can see it.
Noticeable.
You can see his blackness. Because they never showed him in the movie. They never showed the son, but judging by the way that they were describing him, you could tell that clearly he could not pass, air quote. He was not a passable black person.
Tracy Ellis Ross. So
obviously,
you see the black features.
You can see the black features, yeah. Maybe you look a little bit okay, maybe he might be mixed with something, but you could definitely see the black features.
You can't say that you're not black, basically.
Exactly.
You're something else in there too, but you're not black. You can't say it.
Right.
It's that's the look that the son must have.
Yeah. So, it sounded like the way they were describing it, sounded like maybe he a Steph Curry type. That's why he sounded like he looked like that.
We're going to talk about him in a minute.
They sound like he made it look like a Steph Curry type. That's how when they just were describing him. So you can clearly see that he's black when you see him. But she was trying to explain, he can't wear your privilege. And if you are a person who does have a biracial child, if you're the parent of the opposite side, then this is a really good watch for you, too, because you have a black child. No matter how much you try to be well, my child is biracial, they're mixed with... You have a black kid in America. And you have a black son in America. It's a little different.
And I said it before. That's why Kim is going so hard for prison reform and all of that. Because
she has black kids.
And
black sons. She has 2 black sons.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen her boys. Her boys look more black than
more
her.
Like Kanye.
They look more like Kanye. Her daughters look more Even though North looks just
North,
like Kanye, but she's very
She looks very
multicultural,
biracial,
yeah.
multi-
But she got her dad's face though. And when she scowled, she got her dad's face, but she looks biracial. But the sons look more black than anything. The sons look very.
A lot of people, people just don't like the Kardashians. That's a lot of people think it's all an act. I'm like, no, I think Kim is sincere with her prison reform thing because she got black sons.
You got black
and
sons.
she knows that someday they're going to grow up and get profiled. So she's trying to change that now while they're little.
And especially you guys are very rich. He's driving a Porsche. He'll have a
in that Calabasas neighborhood.
He'll have a Porsche by the time he's 16.
In that upscale white neighborhood, yeah.
And you see this black kid driving a Porsche. Might have his music playing. Might have his dad's music playing loudly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Kanye's playing. He doesn't play secular anymore. Is what he's saying.
You play some of your father's old music.
You play College Dropout. You play Late Registration.
My beautiful dark twisted fantasy. Throw some
now I
of
ain't
that
saying
old
she
shit
a gold digger. You playing that song and you get pulled over. I'm just saying the situation. Like even going back a little bit with the Smith. Will Smith was saying that Jaden had been pulled over.
He's been pulled over.
He's been profiled. So if it's not, class thing, what is it then? When people try, it's a class thing. People try always to, it's just class. I looked poor. It was, no, if it's not class, then what is it?
Ironically, one of the greatest episodes of Fresh Prince was about that when with Jaden's dad, Will.
Yeah,
Carlton,
when they get pulled over.
And Carlton did think it was because, they thought it was a class thing. Will was like, no, they were racist.
No, they were racist.
That's what. And I was like, they. Because, when we were pulled over to the side of the road, because they were there was so the cop pulled over and we couldn't prove that the car was it was the judge's car or whatever.
Yeah, because they were driving it for their their dad's partner.
So Carlton pulled it we look suspicious. We were pulled over. We couldn't prove it was ours. That's why I was arrested. Will was like, nah, we were black. That's why we were arrested.
And you just have to look at the whole picture, but. American Son, I advise anybody to watch it. Like I said, especially having sons, it is a hard watch. It is because it's a lot of different emotions and it's very multi-layered. I think Kerry Washington is an amazing actress, so she definitely plays the part very well.
Carrie's dope, yeah.
Yeah, Kerry definitely had, she had you all in your feels. I was all in my feelings watching that, so. And then I had to watch Love Jones after that to try to balance out. Because I was like, I'm going to go out of here. I'm going to be angry. I'm going to be angry and I'm going to be, ugh.
It's just like watching Rosewood during Black History Month, which I do every year. And then I got to watch something else after that.
Then you got to watch Talking Dirty After Dark.
Yeah, there you go. That's the new tradition.
That's the balance.
Since Witherspoon died, they might start adding that to the streaming services. Please add Talking Dirty After Dark to Netflix. I'm watching this. Or Amazon or something and shit. Yeah, add that shit somewhere and shit, yeah. Because, I want to make that part of the tradition and shit.
You have to balance out. You got to balance it out.
So watch a good, powerful movie and then a bad, stupid movie.
Well, you walk around angry still. And that's what you say as an actor. You have to come out of that.
You got to come out of it. When I was...
come out of the character.
I got riled up as one character and then never came out of it. So I was pissed off the whole day. And then my acting coach told me, he never came back down.
He came out of the character.
So you still kind of, even though you're in the real world, you're still kind of in character up here.
And the characters, these are long days. These are, 12-hour, 16-hour days?
So if you're playing, Psycho for 12 hours and shit if you don't come out of that shit, you're gonna walk on the street with it happens, yeah. Now I get why actors go crazy. I get that now.
Like Heath
Ledger. And Tupac, I think that Bishop, he changed him, yeah. He pre-Juice and post-Juice. Tupac was a different person after Juice.
Was.
I think it was that Bishop character got in his head and shit. Yeah, he was not the same guy after that movie.
As Bishop, he was.
But look at Tupac pre-Juice is totally different guy.
Yeah,
same song and shit. Humpty Dance is he was
See, we're old enough to
real chill. It's and then Thug Life post-Juice is all that came. He wasn't doing none of that shit before Juice. The Bishop character got in his head. Same with Heath as the Joker. Yeah. Which ultimately led to his death, I believe.
Another movie I'm excited about, and I mentioned Love Jones a little earlier. Well, it's a new trailer I saw, and it's starring Issa Rae and Lakeith Stanfield.
Okay.
And it's called The Photograph, and it's coming out.
Is this a chick flick? It sounds like it to me.
It sounds like it. When I watched the trailer, it looked like a new school Love Jones.
This might be a chick flick.
This was like a new school Love Jones.
So I'll let you handle this one.
And
so I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's coming out Valentine's Day because
it's definitely a chick flick if it's coming out on Valentine's Day.
It's black. I'm supporting it. It's black people in love interest stories.
Chicks, of course, you're gonna
it's
support
black
it.
people. I already said, Marcus, this is date night for us. It's black people as real characters and not like, I'm your fun, quirky friend, or I'm the sassy friend. Like black women, we're always the sassy friend, and the black guy is always cool and plays basketball, or DJs, or raps, or does something like that.
Or like in Teen Wolf, like the only black people in the whole movie was when the wolf was break dancing. And a black guy appears out of nowhere with a boombox and starts moonwalking. And then the guy is never shown again for the rest of the movie. Before or after that scene. Or in Ferris Bueller, shot here in Chicago, the only scene with the black folks, they doing a Thriller dance.
They're doing the monster walk.
It's the only scene of black people in that whole fucking movie and shit.
So we're apparently good for dancing. Yeah. Shout out to Mixes last week for their Halloween episode that they did that. They tackled that, the tokenism. Mixes is dope. I think it's going to be good.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, they tackled, tokenism.
I barely watch Grownish. Like, Blackish is the shit.
Yeah, they tackled that with... Bo found out basically what tokenism was, and she got approached being, they tried to make her be a token. But, we want to see storylines. Like, I like Issa Rae, I do. And I like Lakeith Stanfield, I do like him. And, he has like a certain je ne sais quoi about him. Like, I think that he has like a sexiness about him, but he's not like Blair Underwood. You know what I mean? He's not, you know what I mean? Like, he's not overly attractive. You know what I mean? Not
Blair Underwood in his IMDb profile says exceptionally handsome for his description. So there you go. So I get what you're saying when we say it's not Blair Underwood. If it has exceptionally handsome in your bio. And then
Worst Chestnut has that. It said this handsome African American actor. It says that from Worst Chestnut.
What it said
it said exceptionally handsome for Blair Underwood. It did say that in my IMDb. You think I'm lying? Look it up. It said that.
That's his description.
Exceptionally handsome.
I'm going to put that in my IMDb profile. I'm changing it tonight. Exceptionally handsome actor from Chicago.
Hashtag T Petty.
Shit.
But
I want to change that shit in my profile.
Yeah, like I like
because I am on IMDb, so yeah.
I like what Lakeith has going on because he has like that quality where he could play kind of like. I'm the friend, and we start hanging out. And it's like I like him. It's like he fits that role well, and that's what it looks like. It looks like a Love Jones type movie because Issa's character is looking at old photographs because her mother was a photographer. Her mother passed away, and then she's looking at the photos. It's like her mother's photos tell stories. So when she's putting the photos together, and then Lakeith's character is doing like a story on like her mother. And then when he meets her, he's instantly attracted to her, but he's like, okay, I need to be professional. And then he, asks her out, and then it just looks really Love Jones-ish. To help sell you on it, Lil Rel is in it, so maybe that might make you want to go.
The homie, okay.
Lil Rel is in it, so that might help sell you on it.
It's the homie there.
So, I mean, it's just good to see.
Still a chick fix featuring the homie though.
It's good seeing us in roles where we're leads and the story is not about us being cool or black. It's about that we're just characters and we're in love and we're, battling and navigating through stuff. You want to see stuff like that, not just we're cool and we're black and we can dance and rap or play basketball or or whatever the case may be. DJ.
Okay, yeah, well. I've never played a DJ in a movie.
Because Usher was a DJ in She's All That. He was a DJ, yeah.
I've never played a DJ in a movie, now I think about it. Mm-hmm. And it's just surprisingly, it seems like I would have and shit. Yeah.
Play yourself.
Even like background stuff like on Empire. If I've had other DJ friends play DJs on there. Mm-hmm. Or like on The Shy, like Ferris and B-Man appeared. Like it's like
DJ, yeah.
My guy, Suave was on Empire. But I've never played the DJ on none of this. I've been on those shows, but never played the DJ and shit. But we done with that shit. Mentioned Steph Curry earlier.
Yes, I did.
Out indefinitely. I think it's at least 3 months, like broken hand.
6 months, yeah.
So Warriors about to be hot trash.
I know. I saw like the other day with the game, and I saw like their new star. Like, I was like, who are these guys? Like, I didn't know any of those. Like, who are these?
D'Lo and a bunch of bombs.
Like, who are any of these guys? Mm-hmm. Like even Draymond's out. I was like, who are these guys?
I think the Warriors might be covert tanking. I don't think Draymond's hurting shit. Like all of a sudden, like Draymond's hurt, like conveniently now steps up. They tried just sitting Draymond.
Ow, my calf hurts.
Exactly, yeah. Like, I have a theory about that. I think the Warriors are tanking.
My growing. That's a good one. Because it's like really like.
I think after the Curry injury, so Draymond, you might as well sit too. Because what's the point?
So, get well.
Is this going to be like, well, nobody had a greater collapse than the fucking Bulls and shit. It's a great series. Cavs too, but I think the Bulls are the ultimate collapse as far as
after
when
LeBron.
Yeah, when Jordan left in '98, like nothing, like that team, like they had nothing.
I say Bulls is one and Cavs are two.
Yeah,
because when LeBron left and then they got Kyrie and that team won 20 games the whole year or something
like that. That's how they got the number one. It's a great song on YouTube. I think it's by SB Nation. It's called Collapse, and they talk about like great sports teams.
The rise and fall, the empire.
And the Bulls, they did their episode. It's my favorite because the person they showed like in a year and a half after this, they showed a picture of Jordan hitting that last shot in Utah. It's like the Bulls. They said it was literally like you forget how fast that shit was. It was like a year and a half. Like every core member of the team was gone. It's like, because it started with, let's talk about fucking basketball. Yeah.
Just a year ago.
Salik, this is for you, Salik.
This is for you, yeah.
You know
he would love this.
He would love this Bulls talk, yeah. So we're going to go into it. We waited till the end so you don't have to skip over none of that. We're probably going to close out with all of this because I got nothing else with basketball. So, but, Collapse, we talked about that is, how it started with the beef with Phil Jackson and Jerry Krause was started.
Right.
And like I said, no matter what, Phil is gone. Like Krause even said, like, I don't care if you go 82-0, like we're not bringing you back. It was like during the fifth into the sixth championship. So like they were like they're competing for that sixth title. Right. He's telling the coach like we're not bringing you back no matter what the record is. Hey Krause. So of course Michael was like, hey, if he ain't coming back, then I ain't coming back. Like so, had they brought Phil back, then they would have like kept it going. Right. Phil Jackson was the reason why they broke the dynasty up. Mm-hmm. And then, because Jordan was like, not playing for fucking Tim Floyd. Like Mike said that straight up.
Shade.
I retired before playing for this
motherfucker. Shade. I'm not playing for you.
So, like, Mike thought his word carried a lot. He didn't think that they were really, like, not bringing back. Mike was like, I'm Michael fucking Jordan. It's like, if I say you keep Phil, y'all gonna keep him. Then when they didn't, like, the lockout extended it a little further. We talked about, because, like, the lockout extended Michael Jordan's retirement, the whole thing with Phil Jackson and everything. So then, like, once the lockout ended, they said, yep, Tim Floyd's our new coach. And then, like, 2 days later, Michael Jordan said, yeah, I'm retiring. And then that's when the bullshit really started. Then, like, a day after that, like, Pippen was traded. And Curry was traded. They just waived Rodman. It's like all, like, within a week, all of that shit happened. And then, like, about a year later after that, it's like they traded Kukoc. And Harper had become a free agent and all of that. So it's like, yeah, a year and a half after this shot, like, every core piece of that team was gone. It's like there's like a record time, like up for like 6 championships to that, like the collapse. So that's
championships to toilet.
Exactly. But the collapse series, as a sports fan, you would like it because they did they did well. What's the name? Like they did the Knicks, because like they showed like yeah. Because the Knicks, they had appeared in the finals, like they did and then they showed how like. And basically have been terrible since about the year 2000 or whatever. And traded away draft picks for nothing and shit like that. Yeah. They talk about their collapse.
They had a brief thing with Linsanity, so.
Like, have they done the They talked about the Lakers collapse. How, like, after the Kobe Powell era, how that they won back-to-back titles and then became one of the worst teams in the league. They talked about that. They talked about the whole Dwight Howard era. Like, there's a lot of bad shit they did, too. But the collapse series is good. They talk about.
And you said it's on what, YouTube?
It's on YouTube.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
But the Bulls one is my favorite for personal reasons. I'm like, yeah. How they showed how like, matter of fact, we probably play it after we finish recording. Hold on. But anything other NBA related other than the Bulls being trashed this year? But I don't want to talk about them.
Well, we won the other day.
Who they beat? I'm trying to remember. They did win.
They beat Detroit.
Detroit, okay.
And D-Rose looked good. Yeah, he came out. Like,
so D-Rose, he didn't like
rejuvenation.
Minnesota saved his career.
Yeah,
and now he's like back to like he's not MVP Rose, but he's back to a quality player again.
And he was getting as soon as he came in, like he got so much love.
MVP.
And then you could see him this kind of like, he was still holding it together. And Noah was in the building. They showed the skybox and Noah was in the skybox with his daughter and he was cheering him on. I'm like, that's what's up.
Yeah. Cause I don't know what Noah's story is. I don't think he's officially retired, but
he's semi-retired.
He's a free agent now. I know Ding officially retired.
Right.
He re-signed for a one-day contract, so he's officially retired.
Yeah, but
like
Noah
might still want to play.
Yeah,
like I know he was there. I know
he's
not signed now.
Mm-hmm. And he was showing love, but shout out or whatever. But we'll see. Maybe the Bulls are gonna turn it around.
Maybe, but they got off to an awful start.
Yikes!
He lost to the Hornets, the Cavs, and the Knicks all in the same week. Come on.
I was like, right now we should be 3-2, but we was 1-4, and I'm like, what is going on? We should be at least 3-2, not 1-4.
Especially those awful teams.
Yeah.
It's like Knicks. You might be able to name more. You probably can't name 3 players for the Cavs or the fucking Hornets at all.
Kevin Love.
Exactly.
Kevin Love.
That's combined. Yeah, name 3 players combined from those teams. I was saying each, the Hornets and Cavs combined. You probably can't name 3 players. And you watch the NBA and says that shows you how bad those teams are.
Yeah,
I could do it. Yeah, Kevin Love, Colin Sexton, I think Darius Garland. So that's 3. I got fucking 3 Cavs. Not the Hornets. Terry Rozier.
Terry Rozier. Yeah, there you go. That's it. There you go.
Is Batum still with them? I think so. Terry Rozier, Nick Batum. Miles Bridges, I did it, yeah! Yes! Had to dig for that last one.
Yeah, that's the only one I knew.
And I'm not sure about Batum. He might have got traded. So I'm on the fence about him. And yeah.
What team he played for? I was watching that the other night.
Yeah, Charles. He always gets every one of them wrong. Too.
Yeah, he was 0-5.
Yeah. You guys pick random players like Nick Batum. Like we don't even know if he's still with them.
My gosh.
You ready to get up out of here though?
Oh, real quick, so Power had their mid-season finale.
No, I'm go ahead, I don't care about Power, but go ahead.
I do, and I'm a little bit underwhelmed, and that's what I'll say. Like I said, I'm not going to give too many spoilers, but...
You just go on Facebook if you want those spoilers.
But it is like, the way that the cliffhanger ended, it's been done time and time. It was done iconically in the 80s, and it was done again with another show in the 90s, and I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to say... the hashtag because now
I'll say the shows is the Dallas and the Simpsons are the shows and figure it out.
There you go. Thank you. There you go. So you can figure it out.
I don't even watch Power, but I fucking figured it out.
But like I said, it was iconic. Like I said, the iconic shows from the 80s and the 90s, and that's how it ended. And that's the hashtag now. So I don't know where these next 5 episodes are going to go, but you have to wait till January 5th. So I mean, I'm kind of underwhelmed by how it ended so far. So I mean,
Power gonna have a worse finale than Game of
Thrones. I'm about to say that.
They might. I think every show, like
I hope not.
It's just like, has any show ever had a finale people loved? Like Cosby was cool. Like
Cosby show was good. Yeah.
Most shows people hate the way they ended. Mm-hmm. These are kind of like Seinfeld. People hated the end of that. Game of Thrones.
I didn't like Sex and the City's ending.
Okay, that's your show, yeah.
I didn't like it. Like when she rise up in the sunset with Mr. Big. You're the one, Carrie. He shows up at Paris, and you're the one. I didn't like that. It was corny.
Yeah, most shows people hate. Sopranos people hated the way that ended. Oz.
I thought Oz ended kind of cool. It kind of ended a little bit cool. It wasn't great, but
because by then, like, here's the reason: the quality of Oz had fallen off. So
and that's what's going on with Power. The quality has gone
it's
out.
Like it wasn't at the end was so bad since the whole last season of Oz.
And that's what people have been saying. They're like, did they change writers? Because it feels like they changed writers.
The game ended horribly. There we go.
Yeah, I stopped watching it because it just got to be.
Yeah, the end of the game was trash. Yeah.
Didn't Jason get Kelly back or something?
Yeah, they got back together on the whole last season. He
dumped his wife and
he was like at the wedding with Brandy's
they were going to renew their vows. I love you, Kelly.
For some reason, Kelly was there. Like, don't ask me why your ex-wife is at your new wife's wedding. And he's like he's at the altar with Chardonnay. I think was her
Chardonnay.
Name? Okay, outside was her character. And like while they giving like, do you take Chardonnay to be off? He's like, I still love Kelly. Like at the fucking, you could have told her any other time before that. At the fucking altar, the whole family there. And it's just like, I'm still in love with Kelly.
The Parkers was like, well, that show was bad, but
yeah, only one episode of that whole show was great. Yeah, the Parkers.
The Parkers finale.
Only one great episode of that. Shout out Tone and Jag.
But you're absolutely right, though. It just really, I guess, it's just the expectations you have for your favorite show. You want to go out like, yeah, but when the show has been on 5-6 years, however long,
it's like almost no way to live up to the hype.
Right.
Like Seinfeld, I kind of liked the finale, but the general consensus for like most Seinfeld fans was like, no, that was trash. Like, I kind of liked it though. Probably because I just started watching Seinfeld around that time. Like, I hadn't been watching since the beginning. Then I started getting more into it on the reruns, but probably like during like around that last season.
Seinfeld do 9 years or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
30 years ago. God damn. 89 to 98. So yeah, it was
yeah.
I see it was like 30 years ago when Seinfeld started. Old man moment there. Won't seem like that just started 30 years ago. Now really feel let's get the hell up out of here on that note. Thanks for listening to Not Another Damn Podcast. Appreciate each and every one of you for your support. You want to support us further, like the Facebook fan page for Not Another Damn Podcast. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review, all of that. Apple Podcast, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What up, Tasha?
Hey, Tasha.
So get at us on YouTube as well. Video only. Or not video. Lied right there. Audio only. Video coming soon is what I should have said. When I say soon, I mean eventually. Also on your Alexa devices, you can say, hey, Alexa, play Not Another Damn Podcast. And if you want to get at me, follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram and Twitter. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. And also a work in progress coming soon. Well, it's already up. OzRadio.net. And OzRadio.net, the bomb is for your 90s and 2K classics. Those are a work in progress. They're being built, but they are up. You can check them out.
And you can check me out, MSIMAH626 on Instagram and on Twitter. Also, STR8GULOEY1 on Twitter. STR8GULOEY7 on Instagram.
Yep.
Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
Well, I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
And we will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.